My name is Iliana Donova. My hobbies, I would say that my hobbies would be like spending time with my family, with our dogs, and of course with our friends. It's a kind of a miracle story, but I was called without interviewing 10 plus years ago in a company called at the time Money Bookers. Now it's called Skrill and PaySafe, and they hired me, and this is how my journey within the fintech industry started. My position within Contiant is a Chief Product Officer, which is the person who is taking care of the product or products in our case, from initial idea to final development, and of course spreading it within our customer base. In our case, these are the merchants. I work closely with all the teams within the company. That includes the development team, that includes the market research team, the QA team, and of course with our customers as well. Contiant is an open banking provider, which means that we do process payments from end users' bank accounts to merchant bank accounts. We had the chance to start this company as a part of the PSD2, which was initiated in 2018 within the European Union, that allows TPPs or third-party providers such as us to have access to financial data of the users and be able to process payments. I would say that from the first day that we went live, when we had 3 transactions, up till today when we have on a daily basis around 100k transactions, I think we've come a long way. The new EU payment regulations, actually every open banking provider within the industry is very anxious to get to this, as it was the current EU regulations allows us, the third-party providers, to have access to financial data such as balances, bank accounts, transactions, and be able to process payments for users who have accounts within their banks. With the new regulation, which we hope that will kick in 2025, which is the PSD3, to the banks, we will add financial institutions, insurance companies, and we'll have so much access, and we will be able to process faster payments. And of course, as of 2025, all banks will be required to process only SEPA instant payments. Though currently some of the banks are slacking in the way and processing a normal SEPA payment, and with the PSD3 that will change the industry forever, because the bank transfer transactions will be as fast as the credit card transactions or card transactions in that matter. The impacts, well, since open banking is available since 2018, some of the banks have done a great job in acquiring the standard, the open banking standard, and processing and opening their APIs for third-party providers such as us to use them to process payments, to get information. The impact of the PSD3 will be that first, payments will be they will be instant, and we hope that the open banking transactions will continue to grow more and more and more. For example, in Brazil, where there is no EU regulations such as PSD2 or PSD3 in that matter, we have PIX. And for the last year, PIX has processed for the first time in history more transactions than they processed with credit cards. So the future is open banking. The future is bank transfer. It's more secure. There is no option for somebody to steal your card on the street and authorize a payment and go somewhere, buy shoes or do whatever they want with this, because open banking has a much higher sustainability and higher security standards. UK market, it's I think every open banking provider favorite market, because the UK market is First of all, the first market that kind of started the open banking and acquired the open banking as a payment initiation and as account information service, and it's all the banks. This is the only country actually where all the banks have the same API that they expose to the third-party providers such as Contiant. In any other countries, every bank has their own API. It's so different one-to-one that it takes a very long time to do an integration within the bank. In UK, if you do one bank, you've done them all. All of the payments within the UK in GBP are instant, though some banks in the rest of the countries are still processing on the old SEPA rail. We basically cover every single bank. There is no bank that is out of reach currently in UK. Biggest banks are covered as well, even small ones that, to be fair and square, nobody have ever heard of it. We do have them, so we would say that we have 100% coverage for the open banking in UK. Our latest feature is one of my favorite features. It's a so-called virtual terminal. Its purpose initially is to give small merchants who don't have the integration, who don't have the development teams, but would like to accept open banking payments with Contiant, to be able, with a very usable and user-friendly UI, to generate payments, to generate the links or QR codes, whichever they prefer, send the QR codes and the payments to be finalized by the users, and once the user finalizes, they get their services or their products. User feedback, as I already mentioned, is one of the most important things. We have a constant channels with our merchants who are giving us basically a daily feedback on how the product is working, whether we can do something better. If there is any issue, God forbid, they are able to communicate this very fast with our tech support team, who are available every day via different channels. So many amazing things are ahead of us. First, we're now opening the New Zealand. We're very excited about this because not many open banking providers do have any coverage in New Zealand. We're happy to say that in New Zealand we do have a coverage right now, and the next thing will be Australia, and then the next amazing thing will be, of course, Latin America.